I should make a cover screen. Oh, well, it's too late now. I'll do that during the break. Well, a cover screen that I could put on the Twitch. So people aren't confused. I don't have time to do it right now.
You gotta carry me in.
Nothing confusing. And hello. Welcome to Question Block.
Hi, welcome to Question Block. I'm just pinning a comment so that you guys...
Arielist, my co-host here, is pinning a comment. We're streaming on Instagram and Twitch tonight. My voice sounds funny to me inside this helmet. I don't like it.
It's like you're in space.
So Ariel, what she's pinning in the Instagram is that you can send a request to go live with us.
Yes.
Because this is Question Block, Secret Loft interactive talk show.
And if you're on Twitch, you can...
If you're on Twitch, you're lucky because we've given you a high-res camera view this evening.
If you're on Twitch or Instagram, you can also type some answers and we can do like a sort of Turing test situation to see if you're a robot or not. Because we don't know who we're talking to.
We do not. So if you write to us on Twitch, we will yell at you for being a bot. Or not.
So where are we?
We were circling the moon. That looks like Titan back there. Hello, guests.
Hello, hi.
Earthlings. I guess they're not, you can guess, we really are beaming. This is what they do on the moon.
They're people from other planets.
This is pretty much how NASA communicates.
So yeah, we're on our planet. Like we're on a planet right now.
Oh, I think we're orbiting.
Oh, are we in a spaceship?
Yeah, look out the window.
Okay, I don't know where we are. I've been passed out for and I technically don't even know how I'm speaking English. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're orbiting Titan. Okay. That's a cloudy one.
It's a cloudy one.
Yeah.
We have actually some like photographs of other planets that we've been to. But yeah, this is Question Block, and we're talking sci-fi. So yeah, I'm Arielist, or Lilu Dallas.
Nice.
From The Fifth Element.
Yeah.
And who are you? Like paying an homage to?
I mean, this homage suit is what they wear in 2001: Space Odyssey.
Yes. Our planet is a mess. No, like, no, we're on, like, so what's your planet, Dr. Wires, like, that you come from?
Oh, I mean, I'm one of the 2001 Space Odyssey astronauts.
Yeah, but, like, what is your planet?
I'm Dave, the astronaut.
What does your planet look like?
Well, it's Earth.
No, I mean, like, as Dr. Wires, what does your planet look like?
Oh, if I were to invent a planet?
Yeah, so this is one of the things that we're going to be asking you.
Oh.
If you...
To manifest a planet.
Exactly.
What's going on? Yeah, it's a war-torn planet. Mostly water.
Actually, I think I have a picture.
The inhabitants are rapidly poisoning themselves.
One moment.
You have a picture of Earth?
No. So I have some pictures of, the different planets.
Oh, these are cute planets.
Yeah, so I think, let me see, I have to find what mine would look like. I think this is my planet. It has lots of clouds. Yeah.
Looks like Titan.
Yeah, it has lots of clouds. I have one of it at night, actually.
Yeah. Anne is also unimpressed with the inhabitants of Earth.
Yeah.
Also, that's your cloudy planet.
This is the nighttime.
See, the perspective just makes no sense there.
Dr.
If you
Wires.
saw a planet from that close, you would be about to smash into it.
Dr. Wires, I think this might be your planet. This is Dr. Wires' planet.
The Miami hotness.
Yeah.
The entire planet is just tropical palm trees and highways and low-rider.
Oh, and this also.
Low-rider convertibles.
This is Dr. Wires' planet at night. Yeah.
It just looks like. Is that just Shenzhen? Is that just a
No. It's just like lots of wires and stuff. But yeah, tonight we're departing from Earth. We're not really going to talk about Earth that much. We're
done with it. It's depressing.
Yeah,
honestly.
that's why we're talking sci-fi. Oh, hey, Sean.
Oh, Sean.
So we're talking
about Sean's planet.
Yeah, we're talking sci-fi. So Dr. Wires, if you had a planet, what would tell me about it?
Oh man. I guess my planet, mostly just for the fun of saying it, would be called Janet.
Yes, Janet.
Yeah, the planet Janet. Just because, like, that's it. It's all about the sense of humor for the inhabitants of my planet. And just having, like, good puns and jokes and, like, a mellow buzz.
How old is your planet?
And, it's like a couple billion years old.
How did it form?
There hasn't been life on it always, but, like, it's a spin-off planet.
I love it.
It's spun off from it.
Oh my god, that's great.
Yeah, from the planet Hamlet. The planet Janet spun off of it. And so
I love that.
We're out there spinning in space, but it's got it has a ton of like unique landforms. So it has more ocean like waterfront property than any other planet because it's just got a ton of peninsulas. Like
wait, is there like a thing of water like in the middle, and then like, a thing of land like in the middle, and then just like water everywhere?
There's just fjords all over the place.
Yes.
So like instead of like you look at like Australia and you're like that's a blob, right? This is
what? Don't be racist against Australia.
It's all super carved up. This planet, so everybody gets oceanfront property, the waterfront property. So there's a lot of navigating in gondolas. There's a lot of like cool marsh.
What's the temperature like there?
Oh, it's balmy. It's balmy.
It's like always 70.
It's about 75. Yeah, there's like a wetter side and a drier side, depending on
like
the humidity that you like. Yeah. It's pretty good. And then, there's a part of the planet where it's just autumn, like most of the time. If that's what you're into.
Just all the leaves.
It has a lot of good, a lot of like, due to it's locked around its sun, so one side always faces the sun, but then sometimes it doesn't.
And what kind of
it's a chaotic orbit.
Creatures live there?
Well, humans have settled it, but they live in harmony with the natural fauna of the planet. There's a lot of creatures that just look like Earth dinosaurs, but very small.
Oh my god, so cute!
A lot of very cute animals. So it's pretty good. There's like a little triceratops-like thing, but it's like the original triceratops. It's covered in feathers. And you can pet it.
Are the feathers actually fur?
It looks kind of like a French bulldog, but it's.
Oh my god, I'm dead. I want to go to your planet. Let's go.
Sweet.
Let's go to Janet.
Yeah. I don't know. That's most of what's going on. um, everybody just kind of, it's a vacation planet, you know. So,
Yeah.
And then the gravity is just it's like 80% of Earth gravity. So
Sweet.
like,
So you just kind of like
well,
you're in a bounce castle.
It's just a little easier. Yeah, you can still get stuff done. Like you can put your drink down, it won't float away.
Thank goodness. That's why I'm drinking out of this metal cup because
it's magnetic. Yeah. Yeah. So stuff doesn't float away or anything, but everything's just like a little bit easier.
A little bit easier. I like that. Wait, so
well, if you get like yeah, just like you can move a couch by yourself. You don't need someone to help you do it because it's 80% less heavy.
So we're gonna go live with someone in a little bit. Oh hey Erica, how's it going? We're talking sci-fi. So we're gonna go live with one of you in a little bit. Before we do, let's talk about like maybe one or two sci-fi movies real quick, and then because we talked about your planet. We'll talk about my planet later. We have space food to try.
Show me the space food.
Yes, we have space food. It's backwards because we're in space.
But it has it's astronaut ice cream, right?
We'll find out.
Fun factoid about astronaut ice cream.
It's not ice cream. No, I don't know.
For one, it's not. Two,
it's
they never took it into space.
How dare they? How do
you
you
eat
know?
real ice cream in space.
Oh my god.
Yeah, right.
How does it like? Okay, I have so many questions.
The
but
idea is that it would take up less weight by being dehydrated, but like if you eat it, you need to drink water to like rehydrate yourself because it like uses your saliva to get wet.
Okay.
Have you had it
this
before?
is no.
Oh, this is gonna be exciting.
Gross. Okay. Yeah. Oh my god, it's you.
I can breathe in the atmosphere here. It's cool.
Okay, so we just watched Gattaca, where they go to space in business suits, which I think is it's pretty
the ending of Gattaca
hilarious.
When they go to space in the 50s business suits. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of like Gattaca, Blade Runner, a lot of sci-fi movies sort of have like they're like the Jetsons almost. They're like a modernized like 1950s aesthetic.
Retrofuturism.
Yeah. Which is really cool like style.
I think there's a good reason behind that as like a writer or
it's cheap
or comic
to film.
It's much cheaper to film because it's hard to imagine all the future technologies. But I think another reason is in the case of Gattaca, it's weird enough that we're seeing 50s style, but like all these 80s sci-fi movies that were like in a world that looked like the 80s, I think part of it was that like it was a dystopian, angry time in like Reagan's America.
Oh, true.
So they were like, how can we make the world just look real shitty and like gritty and dirty? And they're like, just go film it in New York. It's like fucking terrible.
Yeah.
So,
mm-hmm.
But the other is that the whole point of science fiction, or like one of the guidelines, is that science fiction novels are the great ones are not about technology. They're about people. They're about sociology. It's just posing a question, hypothetical question, what if whatever technology, and then seeing how people react to it.
Yes.
So if you put your movie in a scene that looks like the 80s with just some technological twist, like androids or whatever, is a thing, then it's maybe easier to explore and keep people focused on like the outcome of the technology, rather than like you don't want to get distracted by like a rocket dog like every time the protagonist turns around.
I mean, I do, so.
It depends on the movie. I mean, I think that was a criticism of some of the newer Star Trek movies, is they had the CGI to do all this crazy tech stuff, and then the plot sucked because you're supposed to focus on.
You mean Star Wars?
No, Star Trek.
Okay, because same for Star Wars.
Star Wars is a weird steampunk universe, but
I mean, I mean they
have spaceships and lightsabers, but also magic.
Or not. Or perhaps not.
But they still fight with swords.
So Gattaca has like a really cool message because it's like basically you can choose your children's DNA, so you can produce like the perfect child, but it's like a nature versus nurture kind of thing, because you see throughout the movie that like the like what is it, like the invalids, like the godchildren, the ones who were like not genetically selected, I guess. They overcome a lot of things that the valids don't, like one of the valids is crippled, and then like one of them actually isn't, like he's kind of like a fuck up, but the invalids, because they have such like an inferiority complex, they're like always trying to
Yeah, and like the
go
famous
above and
concert
beyond.
pianist in the movie is an
He
invalid.
has 6 fingers,
Who
yeah,
has
12
fingers.
fingers.
But it's interesting seeing old sci-fi movies, or really, I mean, all movies were in the past, I suppose, but because they tell you about the time that they were made. So
Yeah.
Gattaca it came out in '97. In
Yep.
the late '90s, they had just cloned Dolly the sheep, and they had just sequenced the human genome. And it was, at the time, it was really funny because we thought that like genomics was going to be a huge thing, and that people would like technology like that's in Gattaca. They thought it was like 10 years away. They thought by like the mid 2000s you could sequence your kid's DNA.
But you kind
And
of,
like
in certain ways, you
they can screen for genetic defects now, and it is like, depending who you ask, controversial. So like you cannot like you can like women who do in vitro fertilization, they check the eggs, for example, and they're like, yeah, this one no, but like here's some like ones that we think are better.
Yeah.
It's like a standard thing.
Don't you have a family member who's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I do. I have my older brother is a test tube baby.
Yeah, and it's interesting because you are not, and you have perfect eyesight, and he is, but he has glasses.
Yeah. So think about that.
So yeah.
Yeah, things you can't control for us.
Although in the movie it's like the opposite. The not test tube baby.
Oh yeah, true.
He has glasses and can't see at all.
Yeah, I don't think they screen for like nearsightedness, but like major genetic defects where they're like, oh, this baby is not like is gonna have a serious heart condition, or like whatever they have is associated with like serious birth defects. So they can't do like in Gattaca, but people thought they could in '97, and then it's funny how like it just didn't work out, right? It turned out that like we, other than like the in vitro fertilization, like we don't choose the genome of our kids, and like they've been talking about tailored medicine based on your DNA for like over a decade now, and like it's really expensive is the thing, and it's hard.
Yeah, and maybe if you just like, I mean, if you just, I don't know, tried harder, you would be healthier. You know, like sometimes people are like, oh yeah, like it's because of my blood type or like my this that like, you know, my health is bad, and it's like, yeah, maybe it's because you're lazy.
Versus diet, sleeping, and exercise.
Exactly.
Yeah, those are boring. It's way cooler to have bad DNA.
So yeah, let's go live with someone.
Go live?
I think, let's go way back. I think
some of my space nourishment.
Okay. Let's go live with. I think we have another life form.
Another life form.
Another life form.
Attempting to contact us.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Hello.
I just flew in and my arms are still tired.
You flew in with your arms? Oh my goodness.
Oh.
This is some
it's
wild.
A vaudeville joke.
Yeah.
I just came from my planet to your planet.
Oh, hello. Welcome. What do you... Okay, I don't know how to ask this and not sound dirty, but what do you...
I know the question.
Yeah.
Do you come in peace?
Do you come in peace? Yeah.
I come in pieces. It actually, I have to come from the planet I come from.
Wow.
You have to like,
oh my God, yeah.
Your head comes in and then your fingers come later. I'm finally all together. You can't tell.
Oh,
you completely whole, but I came in pieces.
That's really odd. Like, wow.
Yeah.
We're very intelligent, but we haven't still
oh my God.
to get there all in one piece.
I'm glad you all made it.
That ruins like surprise entrances. Just like
or it makes them really weird.
Yeah, or they're very surprising. Just imagine like the workroom on Drag Race.
Your head
just like
your head shows up last though. It would be a surprise.
Yeah. You're ahead of the game.
Yeah, it was an easy trip, really.
What's the name of your planet?
It looks like you have a great library.
Yeah.
On your
planet. I have a phenomenal library. I have my favorite. So I don't have a favorite sci-fi book, but this is one It's called Amnesia Moon. It's by Jonathan Lethem.
Oh.
If you have not read it, you should freaking read it. It's phenomenal.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, I did bring all my books. I try to travel light, and actually my planet, you can't tell on the screen, is microscopic. It's like Horton Hears a Who. It's
Oh, wow.
Really tiny.
It's like The Little Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, except without the unbridled hit and the crazy French romancing, never growing up, which I'm like, who wants to be a kid forever? On my planet, we grow up really fast and then we have fun.
Oh, cool. What's the name of your planet?
It's the planet Arium.
Ariel.
Oh,
Arium
cool.
Planetarium. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, so it's like it's one of those dome
you get
planets.
it?
Yeah.
It's a dome.
Did you get it?
And it's it's microscopic. So quantum physics is kind of involved. Like I can be here or here, but somehow not right. I don't really.
But not
understand
there.
But
It's like the unwritten Dr. Seuss book.
right. It's really what he was trying to write it, but the audience wasn't really ready for it.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, we can't all be. And by the way, we have that ice cream on our planet.
You do?
But
I think
we're
you would
very
like.
small, and so we can only eat like a little bit.
I think you would like this
You know.
flavor because it's mint. It's mint flavored.
Yeah, I love mint
See,
in
it's
ice
green.
cream.
Oh, it's mint.
It's mint.
Oh, I thought they only made it in the Neapolitan.
Yeah, right.
Style.
Like vanilla.
This
chocolate
is what I found
strawberry.
in the whatever the thing that where spaceships keep
In the
food.
space canteen.
Yeah.
In the matter
Right.
compiler.
With the space vending machines.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
an ice cream sandwich.
Oh
Oh.
snap.
No, we don't eat that. No, too many
Well,
carbs.
don't
Yeah.
show the
very
nutritional
low
advice.
carb.
Look at the picture though. It looks cool.
Well, we can show the IR. Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
Are you
floating.
gonna eat
Yep.
it on later on screen.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's
People.
knocking at the-
Yep. People love that.
People love
The
watching
people
other
love
people
that.
eat.
They
Is
do.
that
I
what
mean,
you're
it's.
saying?
I don't know. It's like a thing. They love it. It's
all
ASMR.
aliens,
It's calming
all
to them.
alien races love it.
Yeah.
Oh, that kind of thing. Yeah, I heard about that on my way over here, which took like light years.
You're like that.
So
Oh.
it was fast.
Yeah.
Wait, no, Lightyear's just very far.
No, it was slow, but time changed. Like
Oh,
time
'cause-
out there, like we're behind you, we have no idea what time is. We're so
Oh.
screwed up. So yes, it took light years, but I didn't even have time to like put my clothes in the dryer. That's how fast it was. So I
Wow.
don't really understand time, obviously.
And what kind of creatures? Like, what kind of creature are you?
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually, as I appear, humanoid.
Okay.
One of those humanoid aliens.
But I can transform. So if I
Ooh.
hit water, I become like fish-like, and I can navigate underwater. I develop gills.
Oh yeah, look at the scales that you have.
Orphan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So then I can be underwater. And by water, I don't necessarily mean like earth water, but like a liquid. It could be liquid nitrogen.
That's really cool.
Yeah, hydrogen.
Really,
well, that would be
not,
cold.
Not just
but-
cool. That's cold.
It's
Cool.
very cold.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Han
hydro-
Solo.
yeah.
There's like a bunch of Han Solos like
you know how many
frozen.
wetsuits you need to wear for that? I don't even want to get started.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
but I
swimming
love
is
being
nitrogen
underwater.
oxides.
And the planet has a lot of different kinds of water with a lot of different kinds of creatures.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
Oh, I just realized. How do we know that we're not talking to a computer right now?
Oh,
Should
yeah.
we give this?
Do you want me to like cut
Should
my
we
finger or
give-
something?
You're gonna do the Turing test.
Well, yeah.
Okay,
So we
what should
have
we
a
do?
couple of we have a couple. It's a bridge because the Turing test you have to like really talk for a long time.
I can totally do that, as you know.
Okay, so we'll ask you 3 questions, and based
Okay.
upon
It depends how good the artificial intelligence is. Sometimes you can get it after one
My
question.
intelligence.
yeah.
is
So what?
horrible.
So do you have a question for it?
No.
Okay. So, in this picture behind us, how many planets do you see?
I believe 2.
Click the
but I don't know
boxes
if they're
that have
Click-
planets.
Click the boxes that
Click
have
the boxes
planets.
that have planets in them.
Show us. Click.
She's clicking on the screen.
Okay.
Okay. I think
Okay.
She got it.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Do you have like letters with wavy lines drawn over
Oh my
them?
goodness. Damn.
Some sort of captcha?
Oh, okay. Here we go. All right.
Are you gonna just wave wavy lines over?
Yes.
over top
Okay.
of them?
So, type the letters that you see here.
You want me to type them? I can't even get my keyboard.
A computer could not guess with these these
Yeah.
lines in front of it. A
What does
computer
it
could
say
not, could not
behind these
tell.
lines? What does it say? You can just say what it says.
Question block will begin shortly.
Okay, good.
You passed
Good.
Question number 2.
Question number 2. Okay.
Robot.
Oh, she typed shortly. Okay, good. Good,
I think
good.
that's all I could see at that
Whew,
moment.
and
My
what's-
head was all over the thing. If that's what that is, that what we call these?
That's how we trick robots.
Yes,
that's
that's-
how we test computers.
They don't know what
They
the,
can't
yeah.
read
They can't read our language.
letters with curly lines.
Letters with curly lines and fingers in front of them. And what's it here? You
So
got a
just
third
giving
one?
her a human captcha test
Yep.
or whatever
And
to prove you're not a robot.
let's see, what is the third? We must test the empathy.
I'm going to lose. All right, but go ahead.
You're seated for dinner at a fancy restaurant. The waiter comes over and trips, dropping the water glasses he was carrying. How do you react?
Does the water fall on me or somebody at the table? I mean, because no, I mean that's
just-
happened to me more times than I want to say, and I usually say to the waiter, "It's okay. It's just water. Thank God it wasn't wine." But
Okay. There we go.
If it falls on something I'm wearing that's dry clean only, my tone might be a little. But you gotta feel sorry for the person, right?
Okay,
Because-
yes, empathy.
Right.
Okay. So I think
This is a human. That's a very,
that is a human.
It registers
Well,
as
not
a
a.
human-
It's not a
It's
computer.
an empathetic
We're
reaction.
talking to a sentient being.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
This is not an AI.
Yeah.
No. I mean, there are times where, man, that would have done me so much good
Yeah.
if I could just be an AI.
Be an AI.
and
Didn't
not-
you mean my initials?
What?
My initials. My
Uh,
initials are
Yes.
AI.
She
Yeah.
means Allen Iverson.
I don't want to. I
Yeah.
want you to have your own identity, so I don't want to.
Didn't your friend write? Didn't your friend write
Oh.
the? Yeah.
Science fiction books?
Yeah.
No, my friend's uncle. My friend Eric Asimov's uncle is Isaac Asimov.
Wow.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
And Eric
Mhm.
Asimov is actually a wine critic, which makes him my favorite writer. So,
Nice.
but yeah, Isaac.
But
Isaac
and he
And
wrote.
actually, Jonathan Lethem, author of this book, in Motherless Brooklyn, included Eric Asimov as one of the characters. And I still
Ooh.
couldn't read that damn book because it wasn't science fiction.
Yeah.
Whereas this is, and he also wrote a book called "And She Crawled Across the Table," which is about a woman
that all
who
the
leaves her
time.
boyfriend for a void in the universe that she's studying as part of a lab experiment.
Ooh.
He leaves him for literally nothing.
Like
And
okay.
it's a great book. It's really, really good,
That's-
and he doesn't know what to do.
So this reminds me of Ex Machina, which I was trying to
Okay.
because that
That's
was
fiction.
that was an Asimov, right? I think based upon.
And who wrote A Boy and His Dog or Android Stream of Electric Sheep?
Philip K. Dick.
I loved that.
Yes.
I loved the movie
Which
and
is-
I liked the book.
There's also a test
But there on the
Testing
back
that
of
one,
this,
too.
some of it compares this
to that.
to Dick. So
Just-
not to just any
Yes.
Dick, to that
This
Dick.
book is as good as Dick.
This is as good as Dick. What do you come in?
Sure. Yeah. Yep. Hashtag.
Philip K. Dick.
Yeah. So have you seen Ex Machina?
I have not. Do you recommend it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It is so good. There's so many. Have you seen it?
There's like an android and it
Have you
seduces
seen
a
it?
person
No. Well.
at like a wealthy man's
No.
house.
Well, because okay. So we're
sorta.
talking
It
about
seduces his assistant.
intelligence, and it's
and,
basically.
and then it goes. Then it
Um,
breaks out and commits crimes, right? I think that's what happens, right?
So it's
Spoiler.
it's basically like Elon Musk's like this dude is totally like Elon Musk, and he's like, I built like I built like an AI, and there's like a 7-day test, and he invites like
Billionaire inventor. Yeah.
yes, but he's like a total bro, like hanging out with Joe Rogan. What are you looking at?
This ice cream set.
Okay, I was like, what's going on? What's happening? So yeah, he invites like a whole bunch of people to come to his like compound, and he's like, we're gonna test and see if this AI is like sentient, and it, like everyone's involved. And then it's really cool because it basically, the AI like wants freedom. Ava, she wants freedom. And the guy that they sort of like the pawn or the guinea pig, that's coming to test her, he just basically wants to know if he can like have sex with the robot, which is like, and then you can see there's like a turning point where he's like, the second that he realizes that he can have sex with Ava, he's like, I trust her, and like the Elon Musk dude is evil, and like I will do whatever. Like that's when he becomes sympathetic, which is I think so hilarious.
Yeah, the robot seduces him.
Yeah, but it's not even like she seduces him. She just like
she probably doesn't care.
She doesn't care. That's the thing.
She's like I'm a robot. Yeah.
Yeah, she just
called The Silver Medal Lover, about somebody who falls in love. Have you read that?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
I'm surprised that you've read that.
You told me to read it when I was here. You gave it to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm not surprised.
The Silver
Medal Lover. It's kind of like not that great and not that popular.
But no, it was like a young adult book.
It's very young. Well, it's young adult with pornography.
But the funny thing is, like, yeah, Ava she does not like fall in love with
you would expect her to be a logical robot. So yeah, she doesn't even have the concept of pheromones, so she can't fall in love.
Oh yeah, pheromones. But yeah, she doesn't fall in love, and he doesn't really.
Let's not call it love then. Let's call it lust.
He doesn't really fall in love with her. He's like, sweet, I can have sex with this robot. I trust that this robot is like a human, and like that's like the moment where he like becomes convinced, which is I think it's so awesome and like funny.
Yeah, that's not based on an Asimov.
It's like a bodice ripper, but the bodice is made out of like metal and mercury.
Yeah.
But it's not. But like, yeah, it's there's so many twists and turns. It's such a good movie. You should see it.
Okay.
Yes, you should see it. So before we...
It's like an episode of Black Mirror, kind of.
Oh, I haven't even seen that, and I've heard that I should see that, Black Mirror.
I saw, like, one episode of Black Mirror where it was, like, you could rate everyone on, like,
yeah, it's a ton of phone, and I was little 1-hour vignette stories by different directors every time. Some of them very provocative. Some of them are super cool. And then some of them are just like, what if...
But what if you really think about it?
What if your dog was electric? And then like that's like an hour plot.
You if you really stop and think about the toxic masculinity, it is really like toxic. No, it kind of is though.
What if you could rate
everything?
Rate your telly?
What if you could rate everything?
Yeah. But that is an episode where
that literally is an episode.
But then China came out with a social credit score, which was like life mirroring art, and then
if you
your
lived
access
in China?
to like credit and loans depended on your rating on stuff.
Which is exactly.
Which is kind of what credit companies do anyway, and what life insurance companies do too. But
so before we fly off to another planet, what is your favorite science fiction movie? Because you told us about books.
Or what?
Well, it depends what you would like, where the line science fiction goes.
Well, tell us, and we'll tell you.
Magnolia, which has a lot of science fiction elements.
No,
in it.
Try again.
No.
No. Okay, that doesn't count. I don't like Star Wars. I don't like Star Trek. I'm trying to even think if there's a science fiction movie that I even liked. But
Earth Girls Are Easy. You like that movie?
Oh, that's a good one. Okay.
Mars Attacks. Men in Black.
What?
Men in Black.
I liked Men in Black. Yeah, quite. Yeah, but I can't say there's a science fiction movie that I was like fucking love this. Wow. Oh, the Matrix. I liked it.
Oh yeah. Whoa.
Whoa.
I really liked it.
Okay, so Matrix question. Red
Okay,
pill or
you
blue?
think I
Well,
actually
damn it. There's so much
Ah,
stigma
okay.
attached to red pill. Let's just
Yeah,
say.
you can't use that.
Let's just say like.
What's your Matrix question?
Ignorant pill or like bliss pill or knowledge pill. Which one do you take?
I'm glad I don't actually have to make that choice. I don't know. I mean, the knowledge pill is always the wrong pill, right? Like in Gates, he gets the option to get the bag that has all knowledge and knowing everything.
Pandora's box.
So maybe I'm gonna go with bliss because fuck it.
Word. Okay, so we're gonna give you a bliss pill, and we're gonna fly away. Okay, ready? So get ready to give the pill.
Ready.
I'm gonna. Here, wait one sec. I'm yeah.
I'm gonna insert it into the
I
pill
have a
slot in our space communicator device here.
Yeah, we're getting ready. Okay, ready? Get ready to do the pill. Okay, bliss pill activating.
I don't know how to actually send a guest out. Where'd it
Yeah,
go?
totally. Well,
This is so funny. Okay.
Oh, down there. No.
Oh wait, hang on.
I'm not sure.
Oh no, here we go.
I feel pretty blissed
That
out.
got rid of our pinned comment.
What? Oh yeah, it did. Oh, so do you know how to remove yourself?
Yes, I pressed the X. I'm guessing.
Yeah, we can't kick people out anymore.
Yeah. Ooh,
All right, I'm
okay.
gonna X myself out.
Okay.
Enjoy the rest. I'll be enjoying your show.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye from Planetarium.
Bye.
Planetariums.
Ooh, there we go.
Planetarium.
Okay. Oh yeah, I guess because it was like far. Oh, you have to click their thingy, but it was like far up there. That's what I got. I got us next time. Don't
to
worry.
boot them. That's
To
crazy.
boot them, yeah.
I thought there used to be
No.
easier
It was
interface
like
on
farther because she sent the request so long. Oh, so I'll pin that.
Mark
comment again.
Zuckerberg, I don't like it. The interface is terrible.
So talk about one of your science fiction movie that you really like while I pin this comment.
Yeah. So how ridiculous was it that the planetarium we just spoke to, the humanoid from Planetarium, they didn't realize that a light year is a distance.
Oh my god!
That?
Right?
They thought it was a measure of a unit of time. That's so. This is ridiculous. Anyway. Yeah, a light year is 3 times 10 to the 8th meters.
And there we go. We pinned. Okay.
300,000 kilometers, if you will. How fast light travels in a second.
So, what's one of your favorite science fiction?
So I really love the science fiction writer Neil Stephenson.
You do. That's right.
And very few of his books have been turned into movies, which is a shame. But I think it's in part because they tend to be both very complicated, and he is I think he's been writing since the 80s, and he goes back and is like a long-term Silicon Valley nerd. He has an engineering background.
Tell us
and
about
so he
his
writes
work.
about the tech, and he always gets it right on the tech. So his sci-fi is especially fun to read because there's never gaping plot holes.
Tell us
You
your
watch like
favorite
a Star
book
Wars, and you're like, why do they have swords?
by him.
The Emperor had an entire space fleet that was hidden the whole time.
Tell us your favorite book by
So
him.
he never lets you down because the science makes sense and you're in a coherent, logical universe.
What's your favorite book?
I believe
Thus far.
my favorite is actually his first major novel, Snow Crash.
Oh
we'll
yeah,
probably talk
and
about
Dave,
later.
Yeah, Dave is gonna.
Because he also,
talk about.
I'll say this too, aside from his knowledge of the science, he's just a phenomenally good writer. He can write incredible action scenes. He writes great character descriptions.
But tell us,
just
but we
overall
want to hear
super-
about
a
the
super
science
fun
fiction.
read. So Snow Crash.
Just tell us a little bit.
So it came out, I believe, in the late 80s. They coined the use of the word avatar. Avatar is a super ancient, like, Babylonian word, and he coined the use of the word avatar, basically brought it back into circulation to mean your online persona. So when you talk, our little pictures here on the left on Instagram are called avatars.
Your Abby.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Neil
I wonder if that's
Stephenson
what
in
Ava.
Snow Crash.
I wonder if that's why they named her Ava. Like Abby, like, or is
Possibly.
that maybe?
Maybe. I don't know. That didn't sound like a very good movie.
I'm gonna make you watch.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's why those are called avatars, because the term that he used in Snow Crash caught on and became widespread. So it's cool. That's how good that book is and how widespread. That book also like foresaw a bunch of cool stuff. There's like a Second Life-esque virtual world where you can put on goggles and walk around in it, and is where like a whole bunch
reality.
of like yeah, basically it's where a whole bunch of like life takes place. It's funny Second Life didn't catch on, but Facebook and Instagram, which are just like way worse versions of it, are like are the thing to do.
Second Life.
Second Life didn't.
You know why? Because it's first life. Because that's people's first life.
Yeah. Second Life, you could have like a character who's Dr. Wires, but he's an astronaut. And he walks around Second Life.
Let's see. So yeah, the Fifth Element. Really beautiful movie. Like so beautiful.
So the Fifth Element is very interesting because it's a sci-fi movie that's not based on a book.
Yeah. Which
why is that?
Because it's French.
That's what?
No, because Luc Besson, what's his Besson? Besson. My ex-husband. Because he'd been writing it since he was like 16 years old. Yeah, he'd been writing this sort of like epic, and he wanted to make it, and then he had it like all lined up, and then the budget was getting like a little crazy, and no one wanted to finance it. No studios would like finance it.
The studios won't give you a budget.
Hi, hello, Ona. Oh, Dave.
What's up, Dave?
Hello.
What's up, Ona?
Yeah. Woo. Yeah. So at any moment you can go live with us. We're talking about the Fifth Element.
Ariel's currently talking about the Fifth Element.
And why it's not based upon a book.
It's a unique place as a sci-fi film, not based on a book.
But so after Luke made after he made Leon the Professional.
Ona, you dress up like an alien. Please join us.
From your planet. We're visiting planets.
From their planets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo. Oh, he made Leon the Professional.
Yeah, and
got some cred.
and then that like financed it.
Let's go live.
And then he was able to make Fifth Element, which we will talk about.
Yeah, which is cool. Not too bad that he had to make one awesome movie so that he could make another awesome movie.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
How's it going?
How are you guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Sounds good.
All right, sweet. I had to jump in now because you guys were talking about the Fifth Element and the Fifth Loft.
Yeah?
Yes.
Fifth Element is one of my favorite movies ever.
Yes! High five.
Yeah, high five. It's the perfect amount of, like, crazy adventure and comedy. It's just so good.
Yeah, there is so much comedy.
It's a well-balanced film, yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, after Leon, the Professional, and Fifth Element, poor guy went down the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Valerian in the City of 1,000 Planets, or whatever.
Yeah. And I know the guy in that, too, but yeah, I heard it wasn't good.
Oh,
well,
okay.
he also did La Femme Nikita, too, like before, in the past. Right?
Yeah.
Right, that's true. Yeah.
That is high
so
point.
he's got a bunch. Then he married Mila Jovovich, and like
his outfit.
You think that was it?
Yeah. Well, he was okay. Did you know that he was
Miss
married
Mila over there?
Yep. Yeah, I ruined men. He was. Oh my gosh! Ona was supposed to be.
Yeah. She's gonna be Lilu in Elements. That's the good one, man.
Yeah. Yes, there you go.
Character.
Yeah. But he was married or dating like the actress who played Diva when they started filming, and then
that I didn't know. The singer?
Yeah.
Thanks.
They had to dub in the singer though over like that. The actress playing the singer. They use a little machine help, but they did get someone with the correct range.
They did, yeah, and it was at the Opera House, I think, and they did it in.
Yeah,
in
but
London.
You're saying the singer wasn't the actress anyway.
At the time they filmed it, they got in some Eastern European opera singer, and no human at the time
could sing it, could hit those notes.
Hit high notes in that rapid succession. I guess
I can
it
find
was impossible. But there
I'll-
is a Chinese opera
Yeah.
singer who, since the movie came out,
I'm
has
gonna
been
find
able
it.
to sing the score.
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna find
cool,
it.
because what they did was they had most of it sung, but then there's this part near the end that's just too fast and runs too fast, and you could tell because it's an older movie. You could tell they used a machine for that part.
Yeah. Well, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, an opera singer, you can actually damage your vocal cords if you like go too rapidly with the high notes.
For
but
sure.
it has been done.
There we go. The
Oh, Ariel's-
Impossible.
Ariel's
Yeah.
pulling it up. There's like an orchestra version
Okay.
where an opera singer who sings
send
it.
it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, here, I think I found it.
Well, you don't have to play it.
I think I
It's
found
not
it.
gonna come through on this.
Is this what we're doing? This is what we're doing?
I think I found it.
We're gonna-
We'll play it later.
We'll put this in
Yeah.
post. Yeah, we'll,
Alright.
Okay.
we'll put this in later.
I got it though.
Okay,
Yeah.
pretend we just listened to it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was.
crazy.
It's fantastic.
And one of my favorite actors ever is the villain in both those movies, Gary Oldman.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my god. Love him. Ever since like
Yeah.
Sid and Nancy, I've loved.
I think he's the protagonist in My Own the
I
Profession.
just thought of this story because I literally was just talking about this last night. Otherwise, I would be like, yes,
Oh.
look. But when I was studying in London acting, my high comedy teacher was this woman, Selena Cadell. And over there in the conservatories, they get the working actors teach. It's not the people who can't act in it.
Right.
So, like, first day of class, she goes around, she asks everyone, she goes, who's your favorite actor or one of the actors who inspires you? Gets to me, and I'm like, Gary Oldman. She goes, that's so funny. I was like, why? And she goes, he's one of my best friends. And I was like, get out of here. And then, I'm not joking, the second question, she went around, because it was high comedy, so it was acting and comedy, and she goes, who's your favorite or inspirational comedian? And it gets to me, and at the time I was really into Eddie Izzard. So, but I said Eddie Izzard, which is not how you pronounce it. And she goes, Eddie Izzard. And I was like, yeah, he's like my favorite. And she goes, well, that's really funny too. And I was like, why? And she goes, I'm his acting teacher.
What? That's awesome.
So that was just hilarious. I was like, I guess I'm in good hands.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, apparently.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Oh, hello. Hello.
Can you hear us?
It could be my fault. You're probably
Let
fine.
me see. Yeah. Volume's up.
I don't know.
Can you hear? Can you hear us? Can you hear us in space? Do, do, do.
I don't
I don't
know.
know what happened.
Unsync your headphones. Unlink your headphones, maybe.
Ah!
Like you.
Something happened to the speak. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Oh,
Owner
Ona can hear.
can hear, so you're.
No.
Come on, Dave.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's gonna have to cut it short unless I can fix it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I hope the speaker on your. Wait, you're wearing headphones. Unpair your headphones.
Here,
Maybe
Joshua.
like-
Here, you.
Right, that's what I'm doing. But you're coming through my phone speaker, but really low, even though the volume's all the way up right now. You're supposed to be
Oh.
coming through my headphones anyway.
Interesting.
I'm sure everyone finds
Remove
this
head.
weird.
Thank you.
Oh, I
Remove.
can hear you again.
Oh, great.
Ah,
The old,
Oh my gosh.
The old turn it off and on again. That's very
the
sci-fi.
Nintendo
That's great.
64.
Speaking of sci-fi, look what we're talking on, man. I grew up with Star Trek, The Next Generation, and and it was like I used to sit there and be like, man, one day we'll have pocket computers. And here we are.
Right? Here we are. Yeah. I used to hold like stuff up to the phone, like it'd be like, look, I got this today. Like I was talking to my grandma, and my mom was like, she can't see. My mom was like, someday. But but now here we go. I can hold stuff up and you can see it.
It's wild. It's wild. And being as into technology and that shit as I am, I'm super happy about all of that.
Yeah. I mean, to
become
be
one,
fair,
become one with the technology.
Skype has been around for like 15 years.
Wait. Okay.
What has?
Skype.
So
Skype.
Skype.
Yeah, like
yeah.
you could
Right.
do a video call. Like,
Video calling was like the first thing
Yeah.
that people were like, whoa,
Yeah.
right.
I'm kind of disappointed actually by how little
yeah.
video calling has improved over
Well,
like
I mean,
15
okay.
years.
all right, let's talk about your guys' favorite book.
Oh yeah, we were gonna talk about Snow Crash.
It's not it's not my favorite book,
Well,
but it
his
is a
favorite
great
book-
sci-fi book.
And yeah,
And it has such personality. And again, from the outset, I mean, the main character's name is Hero Protagonist. Right from the outset, it's going to be both a satire and really entertaining sci-fi.
Yeah.
And it was a great book, and they keep trying to make a movie of it, and I'm like, don't. The book was already a great movie. Like, it's written as if it's the perfect movie. Like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's very cinematic. Yeah, Snow Crash, I like a lot.
Yeah, I think Neil Stephenson is probably just really difficult with movie rights because they haven't made movies of any of his stuff.
Of Stevenson, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think he just probably won't let them have the rights, or he probably is really hard to work with.
I don't know, I heard it was just in development hell, but either way, it's better that it's just the book. And then there's that whole middle section. See, I don't want to give anything away for anyone who hasn't read it, but I will say this: their concepts of the Sumerian Namshub and like the fact that logos, the word, is a meme that propagates and forms patterns in your brain, just like circuitry, and therefore programs you. I loved how the book went there, you know, and that was really, I always find that really interesting.
Yeah.
That is really, that's, what, if there's like a question that like, what's the sort of question that it's like posing for one of them?
So yeah, it doesn't pose many questions because again, it's sort of just an entertaining ride, while being a commentary on corporate.
That's what I mean. What is it? What is it commenting?
But I will say, and it's also a treatise on like where is technology going, which
that's what I mean. Yeah,
that's But basically, what I was just talking about. I mean, those are the questions it raises. Is like, what started the acceleration of the brain, be it shrooms or the power of language. Language is also very limiting, programs into you certain things. So it's all these thoughts about like, and then can you program someone with words? Well, sure, we're doing it all the time, but can you really program someone with words? Not brainwashing, but like it's an ancient concept that's been around since the dawn of civilization, since the Sumerians. So like, yeah, I just love thinking about all that, and it postulates those kinds of existence questions.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, to answer Ona's question, we have a theme every week.
And thank you so much, by the way, Ona. And we're also doing a whole nother hour of this. So if you want to come on,
you got time to dress up.
You got time to dress up.
Yeah,
but also every Wednesday.
Check in on Saturday nights to the DJ and Ariel rave on the Twitch stream.
Yes, that is your jam. That is also your
plug.
jam, Ona.
Yeah.
Like you can.
Next week we're going back to school.
Back to school.
Usually we don't reveal that to the end. Dave, I thought a really cool thing in Snow Crash is his future United States, which I think the book is set like in 2020.
It's right. It's not government states, it's corporate states.
Yeah, the United States has been carved up by various corporations. So your apartment complex that you live in will be like the Toshiba Corporation apartment complex. Or like, it can be
but
like...
You're in their area, like you're in their state.
It's like a little franchise, and they have their own laws and rules because it's a little sovereign country. So like, hero protagonist lives in like an apartment complex. It's like a franchise of like some Taiwanese whatever thing, and like no guns is a rule. And so he gets chased by a bunch of gangsters into his apartment complex, and the security system basically takes their guns away because like that's the rule in like the mini state that he lives in.
Which is like what we're asking people today, which is like what would
the highway is basically like a free-for-all sort of, and like, businesses, but then the Italian mob owns like various developments.
Well, and then he starts the book as a delivery driver, and that's like the most important job you can have. It's great.
The pizza delivery driver, because you're driving through a war zone every time you go from like into a different country.
That's very, 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 what do you call it? Like topical, I guess, or premin.
Anytime I kayak, I still think about Raven, who is the most quintessential '90s character I've ever seen in my life.
It's a very '90s.
You remember him?
Yeah, he's the sort of villain. I guess he's sort of the villain, but he's like he's a villain, sure. He's like a super jacked, like Samoan or Polynesian guy who fights with glass knives.
That's awesome.
And he might be Inuit, I think, actually.
Yeah.
Oh no, you know what he is? He's from the version of that, and I feel like an idiot. I'm forgetting but I think he's the version of that from the Russia side.
Oh yeah.
And that's a different name, but it's the same kind of.
It's like Russian Eskimo, I guess. Yeah.
And yeah. Anyway.
But because everyone in this world,
So-
this future world, is armed and they have metal detectors everywhere, he fights with like
Like,
ceramic and glass
That's
weapons.
so
which
cool.
Is,
Yeah,
That
right.
hurts so
That's
bad.
right.
I know, it's wild.
Like that would be the.
And even he gets humanized later in the book. Like he has that comedic run-in with YT, and like, yeah, no, it's great.
That would
Great
be
book.
so funny. Like he puts his knife in his back pocket and he just like sits
It's
down on it.
like,
And he's like,
"Ah, damn it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's good shit, man. I gotta maybe read that again.
so if you had your own planet, tell us a little bit about
What?
what your planet would be.
Oh.
And you don't have
Damn,
to be
I'm
the
You know
ruler
what?
of it.
I'm really usually good at these, but I don't think I know.
Oh, you never had like a Sim City or played the game Civilization, or
I did.
I'm trying to think of other things. What, like even
Those are all based in like regimented. Like these are the rules of normalcy.
Oh, yeah, just
Animal
like-
Crossing Island? You-
Yeah, just like what? Oh, so we have like a couple of
Yeah,
like
I know.
pictures of like fantasy.
Run 'em
Yeah.
through the.
So like here, just to get your like juices.
I will say, all right. You know what I will say in
Yeah.
terms of planets or maybe planes of existence.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I'm cheating.
Go for it.
You know, I got a little bit into shamanism recently, and I don't want to sound too woo or whatever, but
That's- this is the
you know,
place
the
for
concept of the lower, middle, and upper worlds as planes are really interesting to me. And then, of course, I'm incriminating myself here, but you know, when you go into the Bardo, you know, either through enlightenment, death, or DMT, and all of a sudden you're like, oh right, okay, multi-dimensional, everything, yeah.
Yeah. So it's
but
like-
I don't know what my planet would be, like my home. But I mean, I think you guys know. What are the things I enjoy? Acting, music, guitar right now, and computers and video games. And so you
Maybe-
probably have something to do with that shit.
Dave, you know we had a musical guest last week.
Yeah, we did.
On
But wait,
Wednesday?
Yeah,
wait,
last Wednesday
we
we,
have
had a musical
like
guest.
a couple minutes.
Nice.
I'm
let's-
just saying we
wait.
could have a guitarist.
We
in
have
the
a
future.
couple
Oh, I
of
see.
minutes left. Let's
see,
make
yeah.
Dave his planet. Oh, you're getting
He,
off
he
topic.
can't think of it. I don't want to put him
Let's
on the
make
spot.
him a planet, and then we'll send him off to that
All
planet.
right, we'll make him a planet.
Sounds good. We
So
gotta
like
move this along, Alex. We don't have time to listen to
we
the
don't.
Diva song from Fifth Element, okay?
Well,
I know you
that's
wanna
a
do it.
9 o'clock thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so like, let's see. Dave's planet would probably.
Yeah.
Let's see. Like, what would it be like? Thespius or
Probably,
like
it's probably a microplanet. Oh,
um. I think there's like a lot of like
little dwarf ass planet out here.
a lot of like vapor wave. Maybe
Dude,
this might be like one of the like
Yeah, it's
cities.
I mean, it's weird. You know what's weird about it is, and then I'll let you guys go. But so I'm super into sci-fi and technology and all that. So like I'm picturing futuristic, that cyberpunk.
Yeah.
But then the
These
other
crazy
part of me
eggs.
is, you know, is very
that's my planet.
it's very in tune with nature and wants to return to nature. So we're talking untamed.
Oh yeah, maybe
forests and things like
one
that.
of your planets.
yeah, this is weird. Like giant
That's cool.
amoeba eggs or dragon eggs.
See,
It's-
I was thinking
woman's,
because
like,
of all the clouds.
in the cloud tunnel.
That's what it looks like when you land on my planet. You go through the cloud tunnel.
yeah, that's wild.
Nice.
Yeah,
But Dave, you can
it's like the
have
giant
that
marble.
as well.
giant marble planet.
Yeah.
That looks like Disney World.
Cool.
It's like a Disney
Oh
World
yeah,
planet.
here's like a night planet. So maybe.
That would be pretty nice. Yeah. See, this
Yeah.
one for some reason is stumping me. I'm usually good at these. But
Well,
hey,
maybe it's
there it
because
is.
you've lived like so many lives and you're like an interdimensional
Yeah.
creature.
Yeah.
So you've lived
Well,
on
yeah,
many
and
planets.
just, again, and I blame it on being an actor for everything. But yes, when I do experience so many different things and like experience so many different things, it's paralyzation by choice. It's like, you know, it's like, well, how do I pick one? I don't know.
Yeah. So
Well,
maybe you just fly around. To
In the
different planets.
meantime, you can come hang
Yeah.
out on my planet,
Sounds good.
Planet Janet.
Yep. And then I'll talk about my
got the
next
most
hour.
waterfront, the most
Alright.
waterfront property of any planet in the universe.
Yes. We
yeah,
have
a lot of
33
topography.
seconds.
All right.
Let's go off into the
Okay.
stratosphere, and we're
I'll see
coming
you guys
back in
Saturday.
like 5 minutes.
We'll be back in 5. We just
Um,
got to post this to our IGTV.
Yep.
And we'll see you all soon.
All right. We'll see you in like 5 minutes, or whatever that is in Earth time. 5 minutes. Oh, let's go.
I gotta. If I'm gonna zip out of here.
Get in there.
Oh. Twitchers, we'll see you in a minute too.
We'll see you in a
Sorry.
moment. Whoop.